This is day 21. Today's gonna be a little bit different. I want to actually kind of just talk about my day today, because it could have gone. Today could have been like the start of another downward spiral, I think, for me. But because of the amount of mindfulness I've been having and just like the honesty that I've approached my feelings with, I managed to like catch that today before I spiraled down. Yeah, when I woke up this morning, I felt really shitty. Like I felt the worst I've felt in the last month or so. And I could feel myself, like I was stressed. I was stressed and I was apathetic. Just the things that normally made me laugh and smile just kind of felt like work. Like I felt like I kind of had to force it a little bit. And I just felt kind of sad. And there's a lot of reasons, I think. Part of it was just like a tough conversation I had with my partner recently. Part of it was just me getting like preemptively missing this time here in Korea. Part of it was like stressing out about going back to America and just having to focus on work completely again. And yeah, I was feeling really down. And what was funny was that like in the morning when I was working out and I was training my cousin, because I've been basically like a personal trainer for her lately, trying to like help her grow, like build a sense of independence around going towards the gym and like not having to have like a teacher with her all the time. And yeah, I was working out, I was teaching her, and I had points where like I would just laugh or smile, and then I would notice that and I'd be like, no, don't be happy, like be sad, stay sad. And in the past I wouldn't have caught that, and I would have just like resisted the happiness, and I would have just like kept feeling into the sadness and the apathy and the just like I don't know, the stress, the anxiety. But like when I caught myself intentionally like resisting feeling good, I was like, what is this? Like, why am I doing this? And I was thinking like, do I feel like I don't deserve to be happy right now? What is this? And then it kind of clicked with me then that it was this tendency I had in the past where whenever I was stressed about things and I was feeling anxious and nervous about them and just like guilty or whatever it was, like all these negative emotions, I thought I needed to have those feelings in order to create this sense of like urgency and yeah, like a sense of urgency to do what I had to do the work that I had to do, to speak to the people I had to speak to get rid of these feelings. Like I thought I needed those bad feelings because otherwise I would just like be comfortable doing nothing. But like through the last 2-3 years, what I've realized in regards to that feeling is that it pretty much never helps. It always just makes it harder to approach my work, approach the people in my life, approach myself. It makes like all the work seem more daunting and overwhelming. I like hesitate to like even begin because I'm just like I don't even know if I'm capable of doing the work. And yeah, all this time I thought I needed this negative energy to like drive me to want to escape from it. But now that I know that that isn't what produces like movement in me, now that I know that it isn't the negative energy that I need to move forward. When I caught myself today trying to go back to that tendency of like trying to force myself to feel anxious and stressed about something, I was like, oh shit, you're doing it again. Like stop. Just if you're feeling okay, just feel okay. Like why would you force feeling sad or stressed? Like and yeah, I was able to listen to myself. I just like had more fun with the workout. I had more fun with my cousin, just like joking around with her. And I didn't feel like incredible again, but I felt a lot better than in the morning. And that opened me up to feeling more comfortable for the rest of the day. Because in the past I would have just like carried the stress around all day and just been like constantly thinking about it and like constantly worrying about like what I have to do and like when I have to do it. Because I thought like I needed to feel that way to instill progress. But I just reminded myself like no, you're gonna do the work regardless of if you feel all this negative shit around it or not. And since you're gonna get the work done anyways, you might as well just feel good about it. Or just at least not worry about it so much. Like not to the degree that I was worrying about it at. And so that felt really good. Like I've like if my mood from a 0 out of 10 was like a 5 in the morning, I'm back to like a 9, like a mid 9 at least. And I'm proud of myself for that. It feels really simple, like a really simple thing to feel proud about, but like it surprisingly took a lot of work to be able to like approach these feelings this way, particularly like these feelings in this way, and then like to be able to like snap myself out of it. Like it was a nice way for me to see again that like, dude, like you've made progress. So that was really good. And another reason that I feel pretty good right now is because tonight I feel like I can, without a doubt, say that I completed one of my main missions that I wanted to complete while I was in Korea this time, which was to change my cousin's life. Cause like, and I've said this before, but like, I don't know if I've said it in the videos, but like to tell someone that you want to change their life is a really big claim, and you know it can come off as very naive. Like, okay, like, yeah, okay, you want to change my life, okay, you're sweet. And initially, when I set forth with this goal, I was scared to even like admit it to anyone because I was afraid that if I failed it, like this would just be like this is a failure that would have hurt a lot to, like this was a commitment that if I failed, I just, I would have felt some shame around that, like a good deal of shame. And so I was afraid to even admit it to anybody, and that, like, let alone to like even just commit to the goal, like to myself. But I don't know, I was on this streak of just like doing really good and taking responsibility of things and like feeling my power and my potential, and I was just like, yeah, this time I'm gonna change your life. And it's not like it all happened tonight. Like I've been slowly like telling her the words she needed to hear, and yeah, I've been slowly telling her the words she needed to hear, bit by bit, and it ultimately coalesced into like a letter I wrote for her tonight while we were hanging out. And like I know for a fact the impact that I had here during this trip on my cousin's life will last. Though maybe I shouldn't say for a fact. I'd like to think that I did. I'd like to think that her life has changed over this last month. And I'm pretty sure it did. Oh wait, no, yeah, it did, yeah. It did. Yeah, because even if she forgets everything she learned during this trip, now it's just a matter of reminding her. And you know, that's like so much of life is just remembering lessons you've already learned. Like as an artist, I feel like something that you need to learn to do is just come back to, like, return to making the art for yourself as opposed to other people. For me, like, something I constantly need to relearn is just like what love is, because like I have a lot of it and I give it a lot of it, but then over time it fades and it like teeters off, and it's hard to like give, and it's hard to it's like not like hard to give, it's like it's harder to give to a much fuller extent. It's harder to give at the maximum extent that I'm capable of, until I have these moments of like experiencing love again, and I remember like, oh, that's what that felt like. Oh, that's what that felt like. That's what I should be giving to these people. That's what I should be giving to myself. Like, I always have to relearn that. So yeah, even if she forgets everything that I taught her this time around, now she knows. And now all I have to do is remind her. So that feels really good. Because this commitment was like, I knew it was going to take a lot of mental and physical energy and a lot of patience and a lot of maturity. And I really didn't know if I was going to be able to do it, but you know, I had to try. And I fucking did it. Yeah. Yeah, today was a pretty great day. I got to be seen a lot, and I got to see myself again. Like, I think I was starting to forget again, like, why I was feeling so good lately. And I was riding the high off a month ago of like finding me, and like finding this sense of like what I can do and what I'm capable of. And you know, it was teetering off, but tonight I found that again. I found me again. And you know, I'm grateful to myself for that. I'm grateful for the space that was given to me by my cousin and her boyfriend. I had a lot of takeaways tonight. Yeah. I was worried that for the next few videos, I would start going into this. I'd have like a sad arc, but actually, you know what? Maybe things will change in the next few days. But I think I've managed to at least dodge this dip that I could have fell into. So thank you for watching.